Hello everyone, welcome to Happy Chemistry. Let's begin today's lesson. Classification and properties of matter. First of all, we will see what is chemistry. Chemistry is the study of properties and behavior of matter. What do we mean by matter? Matter is any physical material. Anything that has a mass and a volume. What do we mean by a property? A property is any characteristic of matter. A property allows us to identify a particular type of matter among other types. Let's see how matter can be classified. There are two fundamental ways of classifying. According to the physical state and according to the composition. According to the physical state, matter can be divided into three main categories: solid, liquid, and gas. These are called states of matter. According to the composition, matter can be divided into two main categories: pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are again divided into two categories: elements and compounds. Mixtures again divide into two categories: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. First of all, we will see the classification according to the physical state. As I said, according to the physical state, matter can be divided into three main categories: solid, liquid, and gas. The differences between these three states have a physical perspective and a molecular perspective. In physical perspective, we can see the differences in shape and volume of the states of matter. Solids have a fixed volume and a fixed shape. Liquids have a fixed volume but do not have a fixed shape. Liquids get the shape of the container. Gases do not have a fixed volume or a fixed shape. Gases get the volume and the shape of the container. Now we will look at the molecular perspective of states of matter. In solids, molecules are held tightly in fixed positions. Molecular movements are almost completely restricted because of this. Because the molecules are tightly held in fixed positions, solids cannot be compressed or expanded. In liquids, molecules are closely packed, but not closely as in solids. Molecular movements are rapid. Liquids also cannot be compressed or expanded. In gases, molecules are far apart from each other. Molecules move in high speeds and collide constantly. Because the molecules are far apart, gases can be compressed and expanded. Let's now take an example for the states of matter. Let's consider water. The solid state of water is ice. The liquid state of water is the liquid water that we see around us. The gaseous state of water is water vapor. A given state of matter can be converted into other states. Interestingly, these states can exist in an equilibrium with each other. Each conversion of the equilibration has a unique terminology. Let's start from liquid state, that is, liquid water. Conversion of liquid water to ice is called freezing. Ice to water vapor is called sublimation. Water vapor to liquid water is called condensation. Now we will go the other way around. Conversion of ice to liquid water is called melting. Liquid water to water vapor is called evaporation. Water vapor to ice is called deposition. Like so, we can consider conversion between states of matter for all types of matter. Now we will see classification according to the composition. First, we will look at the pure substances. What is a pure substance? A pure substance is a matter that has distinct properties with non-variable composition. Pure substances cannot be divided into simpler substances. Pure substances can be categorized into two: elements and compounds. What is the difference between elements and compounds? Elements are made of one kind of atom. Elements can exist as atoms or molecules. Compounds are made of more than one kind of atom. Let's see some examples for elements and compounds. This is a representation of copper atoms forming the copper element, that means copper metal. Only copper atoms are present. That means only one kind of atom is present. This is an example of demonstrating atoms of an element. This example shows how oxygen atoms are forming oxygen molecules to form oxygen gas. To form oxygen molecules, two oxygen atoms get together. That means the molecules exist as O2. Only oxygen atoms are present. That means only one kind of atom is present in the molecule. Similarly, two hydrogen atoms get together to form hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen molecules exist as H2. Hydrogen molecules get together to form hydrogen gas. Only hydrogen atoms present. That means only one kind of atom is present in the molecule. Oxygen and hydrogen gases can be considered as elements. Therefore, oxygen and hydrogen gases are examples of molecules of an element. Now we will see an example for a compound. We will consider water. Water molecules get together to form water. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atoms get together to form water molecules, which exist as H2O. You can see water molecules are formed with two kinds of atoms, hydrogen and oxygen. That means two kinds of atoms are present in the molecule. Therefore, this is an example of a molecule of a compound. Now we will look at the second category according to the composition, the mixtures. A mixture consists of more than one pure substance. The mixtures can be separated into individual components by physical and chemical methods. Few examples for separation methods are filtration, distillation, and chromatography. There are homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. What is the difference between these two types? In a homogeneous mixture, composition, properties, and appearance are uniform throughout the mixture. In a heterogeneous mixture, composition, properties, and appearance vary throughout the mixture. An example for a homogeneous mixture is a well-dissolved copper sulfate solution. The individual components are water and solid copper sulfate. An example for a heterogeneous mixture is a candy mix. From the image you can see how the composition, properties and appearance vary throughout the mixture. Now we will see how the properties of matter can be classified. There are two classifications. According to the first classification, the properties are divided into physical and chemical properties. According to the second classification, the properties are divided into intensive and extensive properties. Let's look at the first classification. What are physical properties and what are chemical properties? A physical property can be observed without changing the identity or the composition of matter. For example, color, order, and density. Chemical properties are how matter react with different things to form different type of matter. For example, flammability and chemical reactivity. In the second classification, properties are divided into intensive properties and extensive properties. Intensive properties do not depend on the amount of material. For example, density and temperature. Extensive properties depend on the amount of material. For example, mass and volume. All the properties of matter can be classified under these two classifications. As a summary, we talked about classification of matter according to physical state and composition and classification of properties of matter. That's the end of today's lesson. Hope you liked the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Leave your comments and questions down below. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notifications to be notified as soon as a new video is uploaded. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Stay tuned. See you in my next lesson. Until then, happy chemistry. Bye-bye.